Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft, and if I don't walk into trees. So this episode is going to be heavily focused on getting some I don't know why I just walked straight through this building. Heavily getting involved with some of the farms we got around here. It's about time we get rid of that thing. I do want to automate this temporarily. I've been, as we know, over there preparing for my automated beehive cave, and a lot of the decoration I want to put in there involves honeycomb and honey blocks, and this whole time I could have been having this automated in the background while I work away in that area, and I haven't. So I want to do that. That's why I've got a couple redstone ores in my inventory. I'm going to mine through those. I've also been trying to top up my redstone supply, get my redstone shulkers up and going again because they were running pretty low at one point. And yeah, so I'm gonna mine some quartz that I got in my inventory, in my main inventory, not in here, sorry. And getting distracted. I was just wanted to see if there was anything in there, like mobs possibly, if I had the area lit properly. And I do, thank God. So yeah, I'm gonna fix up the, on top of farms, that. I want to fix up the skeleton farm that has been broken since the first time I summoned a wither in this world. I summoned it in my mines deep down under, and it was a huge mistake. It destroyed a lot of things. One of them being my skeleton spawner farm. So a lot of this area was actually some of my branch mining, obviously all dug out now, so you can see some of the tunnels branching off there. And it was down in these mines that I thought it was a good idea to release the wither. And it caused a lot of chaos. Was it? Yeah. Yeah, just here. It's not even that far. I thought it was down there, but I guess since I've dug it all out, it doesn't seem as big anymore. And it's, yes, I want to fix all this up, probably decorate it a bit, make it look a little bit cooler, and fix the, oh, here we are. Apparently, oh yeah, the rest of the walls, the whole room actually needs to have a better light level. So, what do I want to do? I need to get up here somehow and show you. If I don't die, holy schmoly, and I'm not sure if that was Enderman placed or strategically placed, but what's going on here? This is, yeah, this is terribly structured. So, grab those while I'm here. So this essentially was my kill room, and it was terrible. This was very early on in the realm, like shortly after I started, before the hut region even really existed. Sort of done this, and I made it several different ways to kill these guys. So we got the arrows coming through. We got we did have a Triton killer there. I'm not sure if the oh no, this was to, yeah, stop them, lock them off. And then this one for the pistons, which obviously doesn't work anymore. Yeah, and this was my attempt of item sorter. just fill the chest with the items that you want, not realizing that the hoppers will just clog. We've come a long way since then, so yeah, this is about the time where I would like to have replay mod back, to be honest. Wouldn't want to get stuck in there. And it's just so I can time lapse some of these builds, you know. I'm starting to get a bit more into the rhythm of getting deep, getting heavy with the grind. So, but yeah, it's still not there with the. I'm not sure if you can run like an older version of. I mean, we got the skeleton spawner here as well. This is one I want to sort of get running as well. Oh, what have we got here? Yeah, this one would probably be better to actually do because it is a lot closer to my base. Pretty sure my storage, bam bam, just like that. Yeah, I think I'll actually go with this one. The other one can probably just stay broken. It can be a relic of the realm. Yeah, so that's one I want to do. Bees is the other. Destroy that, and then I'm going to head over to Red Corp and practice some redstone for my item sorting system down there. Now I have been over there as well doing a little bit. I don't want to show too much. I feel like it'll be almost pointless to show the small steps through each episode. I haven't, like over the last 2 episodes, there hasn't been too much progress in that area really, so I kind of want to do a lot more this time before I reveal it again. Hopefully have the whole cave actually finished and half of the foliage and bushes and plants and all that kind of stuff. I don't want to do the other side yet because in my head I still am not sure where the rest of the terrain is going to path off from. But yeah, this is another thing as well. Oh, got it. This, these things take so long to grow. I've been AFK here overnight, just left my controller going with the old TikTok trick. And if you put these down 11 blocks, then they start to grow these little guys as well. But it just takes so long to get these going. So that's something I've been having running as well. No real plans for this block yet, but it is a cool texture, so can't go wrong with having them. I mean, it is a little bit of a shame to get rid of this. Quite a few creepers are dropping, but yeah, we do have a better one, so, and it is an eyesore. Alrighty, let's kick it off and get into the grind. So, bit of bad news. As I was leaving to pick up some more TNT to fill up the bottom part, a creeper or something must have blew up and, well, it set the rest of it off, and I didn't actually have that part recording. Yeah, the way I do some of these parts is I kind of just, like, record myself placing a little bit, and then I'll stop the recording just so it doesn't get too long and get too difficult to edit. So that's kind of what I've done with the inside. I recorded a little bit of the TNT placing, and then I was going to put OBS back on once I was ready to blow it all up. And creepers. Yeah, so I don't know, he must have been following behind me as I was just about to jump out and head off, and apparently he got enough distance on me to actually set it alight. But, I mean, we'll at least get to see a little bit, but, damn it. I was really looking forward to that as well. Alright, this is nowhere near as glorious. And it didn't even go all the way. Yeah. How anticlimactic. Man, that is so disappointing. I used up so much TNT on that, and I was looking forward to a huge explosion, and oh well. But I will say that looks so much better without that that monstrosity in the air looming over the hut region. Yep. Anyway, on to the next thing. Alright, so the temporary honeycomb bee farm is set up. Now, I don't know if you actually do need to separate them like this, or if it's just the ones with the bottles, because I know the redstone will overlap and then activate it with the bottles when collecting the honey. But with the honeycomb, I don't think it really matters. Yeah, I don't know. This is also vanilla tweak. It tells me about, actually shows how full the beehives are. So they're almost full. So I assume for these ones, once that last line gets up, then it'll be full. And the holes here, I assume, are the value for these ones, which I thought is pretty cool. You know about how far off they are. Yeah, so, I mean, we got a little bit already, 42. So this should just be running in the background while I'm just sort of scurrying around my little base here. Okay, so we're over here at Red Corp. Now this one's going to be a little tougher to explain, and I mean that wasn't very clean, but we got through there. So let's head over in. So if I haven't showed before in the past, Red Corp is basically where we come and do some redstone testing. So Moose has been over here doing sticky piston strength test, so 12 blocks max apparently, and success. So yeah, the zombie is just this guy over here. So we just got a bouncy castle for him. This is old bedrock stuff, so none of this works anymore, but that was me just messing around. Now, over here, I'll do my best to run through it pretty quick. Now, so this is a categorized item sorter. It is not my design, I believe. Metamilo, Samus Sage, and Rapscallion 1138 maybe. Might have got the numbers at the back there wrong. But basically this here is the defrag system, and this kind of lets the items come through at a spaced enough timing to then run through the system without any errors, because I'm pretty sure it is, or it's a hopper speed based system. Now I don't know too much about hopper speed. I don't know the science behind it, or I've never really done stuff. It works similar in the old one in the sense that I'll take an item out there and then put 2 more in to then have that particular item get sorted down that slice. The only difference is, like, when I mean it works similar, is my old one would have a comparator, and then that comparator signal would determine the strength, which will then allow the items to come through. But this one isn't, because we got science in here, which normally would give off a different strength, but that's not how this one works. So I understand it in theory, but to be able to put it in practical use on my own, probably not. Yeah, it's a bit too much for me. So we got over here, so you got a whole bunch of different filters. So this basically is an item filter here, as well as having a clock, which then will slow it down. Here you got your block of items that you'll swap out, but then underneath you got your feel like another filter. You can have them the same item, but as long as they're named differently, then they won't actually come through. Same on this side, obviously. Now I've spaced them out like this, just so I can understand it a little bit better for my purposes. I'll get to that one in a minute. So we've got slice A, slice B. So they've done that. So they've designed them slightly different, so you can actually put the slices side by side to save on space. All these here have their own different values, which comparators then subtract and detect from each other. Won't get too much into that. And yeah, pretty good. So we'll do a little test run. Won't put too much stuff through, I'll just put through whatever's there. This is also overflow, so if all the chest systems, however much down you have, fill up, obviously it'll back up to here, which will go down a different hopper channel into an overflow. And this is just items not sorted or non-stackables. Alright, let's chuck some in. Heading up. So yeah, with the input, obviously doesn't need to just be a chest. It can be item elevator, water stream, whatever. As long as, you know, it's heading in there. Back some sticks, and as long as you never put filter item in. Let's actually get rid of that out of my inventory, because I don't want to take risks. So you hear it going around. Items should end up in their chests when they're done. Anything not sorted will be back there. And let me actually grab those real quick as well, just so you can see what the staggering from the defrag actually does. So it builds all the way up before it even starts coming through, and that just gives it a bit more timing. Now I am thinking about changing the defrag system out. This one I put in intentionally because this one is slower than the system that Samus and Metamilo and all that Rapscallion were using. I was just worried about being on a realm, or if you're on a server, because of the slight lag issues. I was worried that it might not work. But I think I will, when I actually implement it, I'll try their one, the faster one, and kind of just do a couple tests. I might build a quarter of the system and then go from there. But it all should be finished now. So we've got 6 back in there. We've got our sign back in there, and I honestly don't know what else. Scaffolding, I think I took that out but didn't actually put it through the system. Alright, so my issue with this one is height. Okay, so we're now in a web download that Rapscallion provided, and so these are some of their older systems, I believe. One of these probably being the one that Cub used. I actually can't remember, it was too far back for me, but essentially this is kind of like their progress along the way, and they've ended up here with slice A, slice B, and so that's their input, comes up through here. They dump everything into here, and this is essentially what it looks like coming down and into their system. Now, but yeah, first problem for me is that they're 2 blocks in width, which I need mine to be 1, and the second is that height. As you can see, it's too much, and I won't be able to fit it in my base just because of being underground and having those pre-built structures. But being underground has its issues, and because my chest sorting system is only 5 chests in height as well, it's going to be hard to fit it all in, especially if it starts from here and then goes down. I just don't have the height. So then that brings us to this monstrosity I've been working on. So it's a lot longer now, obviously, 23 in length, I believe, and 13 in height. It goes under. And so what I've done here instead, because we got the double chests and I need mine to go into single slices like this, basically I've built the same thing behind it. And so this one and this one, or both taking up 2 in width, will then feed into 1, 2. So this one will come into this one goes into this one via bubble stream, and you can either go underneath or over top. Either way, it will be 13 in height, because if you go over top, you then take out this bottom redstone dropper, which is 1, 2, 3 in height, to then add over the top there. And I'll quickly go over the differences in between these. So, well, first things, I needed to design a dropper system that took up the least amount of footprint in width as possible, and height if I could. But so now none of these are actually I'm not going to claim them as original designs. I'm sure someone's come up with the same thing in the past, but that one spat out. It's pretty good, but like I said, 3 in width. And if we're building all these next to each other along, the more width they take up, the harder it's going to be to actually put them side by side. And then we got this one, which I don't like, because it feeds in to here slower than what it actually shoots out, and then you get this piston effect down here once it comes through. Oh, now it's going. Yeah, you get this back and forth piston thing, and I just proved that it's unreliable because of that. It's because this redstone eventually burns out, which then causes issues. It will still go even though it's burnt out, but then getting it back started is a bit annoying. And then this design we've seen before. This is definitely not original, but same issue with the pistons going back and forth because you can't keep up, so you have to do a double feed just to get that, and I don't like that. So basically gone with this design again, but we've got a comparator clock at the back, and then what that does is it just gives it enough time to keep the piston there while the comparator keeps reading. It like restarts that clock all the time, and we'll keep that going. And then even once we run out, that will actually continue on a little bit longer, and that just ensures that all the items do get spat out at the end, just like that. So that's what I implemented underneath there. And I mean, this thing, having this behind the base is going to be pretty crazy. At the moment, I've got it feeding underneath through hoppers, but I think I will, when I actually put it in my base, I think instead of having extra hopper lines going underground, I'll probably just have that instead of doing them both down here. So we got the double there. I'll run back down again just to give a better show of what's going on here. So we got that design there, but this one, the ones with the terracotta are from the ones for the back, and then above those we've got that design repeating above it. But yeah, so I'll probably have these actually under the ones at the back into a bubble stream, which either goes underneath again or over top. I'll probably go over top because you can, with the bubble elevators, in sense, you can always drop this further, and my base being underground, having more room down, having all the constructions being moved down is preferred for me. Which, yeah, so we'll give this one a test run. We'll run to the back to the input. So we can see this one, we've got the cactus, kelp, those blocks. So they're going to go into the first slot. This one with all those should go into the middle. Redstone stuff. And that. So we'll chuck it in here. Yeah, it is just a little bit slower because of what I mentioned. Put that in there. Glass, whatever. Now, I did make an issue when I first built this. This side was with the droppers. For some reason, I put dispensers in there, and you can see items coming through already. So it's not too bad. But yeah, in the video when I was doing that, the build, I did do a couple of things wrong. I had these facing up when they actually got to obviously observe the redstone line, and these I had dropping into one of the observers, which obviously has to be into the chests, and these I think are done around the wrong way in one part. Yeah, depending on what way you build this. So obviously I got slice A here, slice B there, running in that direction. So these need to be like this, and the ones under basically like that, the opposite. So see, one right there, going this way. Yeah, so the way I'm going to have it in my base is going to S around like this. If you can imagine, this is just the right side. So we'll have that S around there. Then it'll go around where I have that walkway going between those two slices of chests I have under my base that goes underneath and then up to my smelting room. It's going to S around there, through the back, S again, and the chest on the back left will be sort of like the last destination for it. Before then, the hopper chain either determines the overflow and unsorted items. Yeah, I think we're all what's coming through so far. So all the wood items, all of these have come through. Oh, picking up the redstone through the glass. Doesn't matter as long as it's getting to its destination. And yep, sounds like it's done. Something else is coming through. Okay, and the beef, which I might actually take. And alright, so we'll head over to the base real quick. So the only issue is going to be obviously here on the left side where it's going to S around. Obviously it's going to go pretty far back because it's, what did I say, 23 blocks in length. But I think we've only got about 9 height to work with. So, you know, we need to somehow magically create 4 more height, which probably going to have to do back there. So this system's going to be pushed even further back. I don't want to destroy this and take it down any further than what it is. It's already kind of pushing it for my likes, what I've got planned underneath. And then the reason why I didn't do the skeleton spawner thing in this episode was I counted back. I didn't start that first. I thought I should measure it all out. It actually stops here. The system will actually reach to this block here. So I'll have to design this with the category sorter in mind eventually. So that's what we've got going on there at the moment. So we'll close that back off. And real quick, head over to the bees. Now we did have an issue. I started putting bottles in here, so that's why I've changed the design a lot, because we were having bottles. This design, don't use bottles for, trust me. As much as I got some in here, so 16, 16, 16. Not quite there, 16, 16, and then I just used them to fill up the spaces. Honeycomb, it's awesome through. I didn't have any loss with honeycomb, at least none that I noticed. Bottles though were sometimes shooting out here or shooting above. That's why I tried to add all these blocks, but it didn't work. And sometimes they end up actually back like that, back in there. And this design just does not really work properly for bottles. I was actually getting more losses than I was with the bottles, as well as this happening. Sometimes they get filled and they won't actually then harvest where you got the bottles in there. So stick to shears. There'll have to be a different design for bottles, which I'll have to do some looking into. Now, because of the ridiculous amount of redstone that thing takes, it's going to take me quite a while to get up all the resources. So none of that's actually going to happen in this episode, and probably not for a few. But same with the skeleton spawner, so that's just going to have to be delayed for now. But yeah, so I'm gonna end this one here, and thanks again for watching. Ciao.